Good morning, friends! Welcome back to Kids Time. I'm Rebekah, the Children, Youth, and Family Director at St. Paul Lutheran Church in Missoula. And let me tell you, I really missed you last week. So I'm really happy to be back with you this morning, right up front at the playground. Today, our story comes from the Gospel of Matthew. Now, if you remember, earlier in the summer, we talked about what we might know about our story right away when I tell you that it comes from the Gospel of Matthew. So do you remember what it is that we know right away about our story? Oh yeah. Well, the Gospels are books in the Bible that are stories about Jesus. Things that Jesus did and his disciples did with him, and what was going on in the world when Jesus was doing his ministry. So, the first thing we know is that Jesus is going to be a part of this story. And actually, in today's reading, Jesus tells us a story. So it's like a story within a story. So, let's find out what story Jesus tells. Now, it's important to know that Jesus is telling this story to people who were really powerful and who really loved the rules. They wanted everything, especially things that had to do with religion, to be just perfect. They really cared about the rules. And in the Bible, these people are called chief priests and the elders. So chief priests and the elders. And here is the story that Jesus tells to these chief priests and elders. One day, a man who had 2 sons went to the first son and said, "Son, go work in the field today." And the son answered, "No way." But later, that first son changed his mind and went to work in the field. And then later, the father went to the second son and said, "Hey son, go work in the field today." And the second son said, "Sure, Dad, of course." And then he didn't go. So then Jesus asks the chief priests and the elders, after he tells the story about the father and the 2 sons, he asks the chief priests and the elders which of the 2 sons did what the father wanted him to do. And they said, the first one. The first son is the one who said he wasn't going to go to work in the field, but then decided to go anyway. He changed his mind. So in this story, Jesus actually tells us that it's okay to change our minds about something when we're learning, right? Now, I don't know about you, but my parents don't often ask me to go work in the fields. We really don't have any fields to work in, and maybe you don't either. So today, the story might sound a little bit like this. Imagine the first son saying this: "Ugh, I hate wearing a mask. They're uncomfortable and they're hot and they're itchy and I just hate them. They're so awful." But I do remember my teacher saying that they help stop germs from spreading, and I definitely don't want anyone getting sick. So even though they're uncomfortable, I guess I'll wear mine. Now imagine the second son saying something like this: Ugh, my teacher is making me wear this horrible mask. It's hot, and I can't hear people very well when they're talking with it on, and I can't believe that anybody's telling me what to wear. But guess what? When the teacher's not looking, she turns around. Me and my friends, we take our masks off, and we talk behind her back, and it's so much better just not to wear one. But my teacher will never know. Now, which person in that story about the masks, which person do you think did the right thing? The one who didn't want to wear a mask but did it anyway? Or the one who wears a mask to school but takes it off when the teacher isn't looking? Well, the first one. The person who didn't want to but did it anyway because it was what they were asked to do to keep everybody safe. So today, Jesus is telling us that it's okay to change our minds about something, especially when we learn something new. So in that story about the masks, the person who didn't want to wear one learned from their teacher that actually it helps keep everybody safe. And so they changed their mind and they wore one. So we are free to change our minds. We don't have to be stuck in our belief because what if someone thinks we're weak because we change our minds? No, Jesus says it's okay, it's good to learn, and we're free to change our minds. So don't worry. If you think one thing and learn something new and change your mind about it. Jesus tells us that that's a great thing to do, to learn and change our minds. So, thank you, friends, for joining me at Kids Time today. And I hope that this week you feel free to change your mind about something, to learn something new. I can't wait to see you back here in the playground next week. Bye, friends.